Noah Moran is in-house, and he's got some student athletes with him as well. Coach, how are we doing today? Let me turn your microphone on. There you go. How are you doing?
Doing well, Russ. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. You have, what, 4 student athletes with us today?
Yeah.
So we're going to bring 2 of them in now, then 2 of them in a little bit. We're going to do things a little different today. We're going to let Coach Moran do the majority of the interviewing. He's going to dissect these students. It's going to be like an interrogation, 8 to 10 hours with the spotlight. Put the spotlight over top of them, Coach, and
I think
just
they feel like
drill
it
them.
happens already anyway.
Does it?
So, yeah.
All right, why don't you go ahead and introduce our 2 student athletes you brought in today.
So to my right is Mari Johnson, and then the other side is Matt LAPORTE. He's been here before, so he's a
veteran.
Yeah, this is easy for him.
Well, awesome. Well, thank you guys for coming into the studio today and talking some swimming and diving with us here with Coach Moran. And like we said, I really appreciate it. Why don't we start off with you guys just introducing yourselves, tell us where you're from, and then we'll get into it. So we'll go ahead and start with you first.
My name is Mari Johnson, and I'm from Rancho Cucamonga, California.
Mm-hmm.
And I usually swim butterfly in IM.
Okay.
I'm junior year as
You're
well.
a junior?
Yeah.
Okay, and your turn?
I'm Matthew LaPorte, a sophomore here from Livonia, Michigan, and I swim distance.
Awesome. All right, Coach, we're going to turn it over to you, sir. You're on. I'll help out if need be.
So, Matt, I'm going to wish you a belated happy birthday as well, Matt Kibler.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and remember, you're in trouble for this.
Yeah, that's right. He is. You're doing his job today. You're doing 2 jobs. He owes you big time.
Unbelievable. So, just kind of want to talk to you guys, let you guys express how the year's been so far with, not only swimming, but academics and all that.
Well, I think that the year so far, fall semester, went by so quick. Academics and athletics have been great. We just actually had a meet over the weekend at Eastern Michigan University, and I think we've seen a lot of our hard work pay off, so it was great.
I saw the headline. It sounded like I've read the story a little bit before. I saw the headline. It sounded like you guys did pretty nice job up there this weekend.
We did a pretty solid. I mean, my teammates and I, the majority of what we did were personal bests.
Well, can't ask for much more than that, Coach.
No, cannot.
All right, now your same question to you, young man. Season so far.
Yeah, I think it's, like Mari said, has gone by extremely fast. I mean, we're already at the end of the semester. Like academically and swimming, I think kind of the end of the semester here kind of showing what we've done. Like she said, everything's kind of just paying off.
You probably have finals today, maybe, right? You have finals today?
I don't have any today.
Yes, tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning. So you'll be done, what, after tomorrow then with your finals for the semester? How about for you, Matt?
Yeah, I'll be done tomorrow morning.
And then the big...
Sorry.
All I got to deal with is that dang swimming and diving coach now after that. But yeah, Coach, we talked about it before. It's a tough task for a kid to not only just be a college student, but put student athlete on top of it. I mean, it's a lot to take in, a lot of discipline required for these kids.
Yeah, and I think these 2 in particular do really well with that. They handle it better than most, to be quite honest. Matt may not agree with that necessarily, but he does. and that's a big part of us moving forward as a program and just consistently getting better.
Yeah, let's talk about some of you guys. Let's talk about your time here at Tiffin University. We'll start with you. What was your path that brought you here?
My path that brought me here?
Yeah.
Well, I was initially recruited from a phone call, so I basically did a recruiting trip like we've been doing, and that kind of made me come here. Yeah.
You told us before, Matt. Why don't you go ahead and remind us?
Yeah, I just got a phone call from the assistant coach my senior year of high school and came for a trip and then came back for like a overnight visit and just fell in love with it and made my decision right away. So. Well,
we mentioned the academics again. Why don't you go ahead and tell us what you guys' majors are again real quick before we move on from that.
I'm double majoring in business management and marketing.
Okay.
I study exercise science kinesiology. All
right, Coach, they're yours.
All right. So, exams are obviously going well. So let's talk about how we did this past weekend at the Eastern Invite. Matt, let's start with you. What were some of the highlights for you there?
I think, like me personally, my swims, I think I was probably most happy with the 500. It was not my personal best, but definitely season best, and I think it kind of shows where the work is. I mean, normally I don't go my best times until the end of the year anyways, but I was happy with where I was, and it was just nice being at the meet, seeing all my teammates so many people did have personal bests, and everyone I think overall swam really well. So I think just like it was just a fun meet to go.
So talk about the mile a little bit, because that's not an event that you've been able to swim a whole lot.
Just sounds longer when you say mile instead of meters. My golly.
And that's part of the fun, I think. Is getting to throw Matt in that event where he can be really, really consistent. So talk about that a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, because I was real happy with the swim.
Yeah, I was definitely happy with it. I think this year has been a lot better because I've been able to submit more than I did. Well, I didn't get to submit at all last year except for at the end of the year, so I think it's nice to just get experience with every swim. So
What is it in a distance swim like that? Is it maintaining your pace, being disciplined? What is it to make sure that you compete properly at a distant race like that? I mean, I would assume that it's not getting out too fast and wearing yourself out. I would assume pace is a big part of it. But what is it? Is it discipline, pace? Is there something different?
yeah, just kind of getting into that rhythm. I mean, we practice pace all the time, but just like knowing what you need to be each 50 and just maintaining that throughout the entire race.
Okay.
Yeah, particularly for like the mile and the 1,000 and the 500, somewhat to a lesser extent, but having them really be able to know that they're capable of doing it, not just what it feels like to go.
I didn't think about the mental aspect of it as well.
But yeah, I mean, if you're swimming a mile, which is 66 laps, and you're on lap 20, and you're like, oh god, I'm tired. Well, that makes it kind of difficult to finish the rest of the race, and that's that's one of the things I keep pushing to both these two. Is even though that we feel like we're tired, we're still able to finish because we've done all that work in practice. We constantly know, oh, I've done this, and then I've had another 10:50s to go where I've held that same time, so
Okay.
I can keep going.
Yeah.
So I think not only with Matt in like the mile, but with Mari and her 200 fly, I think that was something that really came out this past weekend. So.
Okay.
So Mari, let's actually talk to you a little bit about how you swam, what you felt like your swims were.
Okay, so I swam a couple events along with relays. Coach put me in the 100 fly, 200 fly, and the 200 IM. I'm pretty sure all three of them were my personal bests,
Wow.
exceeding the 200 IM. I was pretty happy with my results.
As you should be.
Nothing but a great environment.
Have you ever had a meet where you had 3 personal bests in separate events in one event?
No, and if it was, I might have been like 12 or 13.
Okay. Yeah, it seems like a pretty big accomplishment for one single event. I mean, just because it takes a lot to compete in a single event, let alone have personal best in multiple events.
Yeah, and I mean this is not a meet that we're like rested for. This is a meet that we got a little bit of rest. We did cut back a little bit, and then with the Thanksgiving break, there's a little bit of that too. But for the most part, this is a meet where we're trying to get a sense of where we're at, and for somebody to swim 3 personal best times, plus also in the 50, I think was her best time. I think the 100 free was also her best time. I think it bodes pretty well for what we're going to do at the end of the year.
Now you have to see what her times are like when she gets home from break compared to what she had before break, because that's a big part of it as well.
So, well, talk about how the team did. Both of you guys, or both man and lady. What did you guys feel like the team did that was really good?
Well, I think altogether, our teamwork, has been phenomenal. Me and the girls, we did well because we're able to motivate one another. Fourth session or the third session of Saturday obviously gets rough for everybody.
Oh, sure.
We've been swimming all day, trying to get in a nap here and there.
Uh-huh.
But we're able to push through because obviously we practice every single day twice, and we want it to be we're at GLIAF when we travel in February, where it's no big deal because we've done it multiple times.
Yeah, I think just like the whole weekend was just there's just like positive vibes, I guess, from everyone. I think we just swam well. We all, I think we all had fun.
Swimming well is swell.
It was great.
I think everyone had a good time.
Fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like nice going travel to a meet.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I don't mean
No,
to
go.
And it's also the competition is there. We're swimming with pretty quick girls, so being able to swim with some of these Division I athletes is quite.
Well, they say if you want to be the
amazing.
best, you got to be. You don't get any better competing against people who are lesser competition than you,
So,
right?
yeah, it was a great experience for Matt and I, and along with our teammates, because we were put in an environment that we aren't always with. So it was wonderful to be able to look at the top of the competition.
Well, you mentioned the motivating each other. You know, between you and your fellow teammates on the swim team. Is that something that you think as as you become an upperclassman, as part of your role on the squad to keep everybody motivated? And talk a little bit about that, because everybody's tactics for motivation are different. Whether you can motivate somebody one way, but they try to bring it back to you, it might not work that way. So talk a little bit about motivation, because it's a team sport, but it's all based on individuals.
Right. I mean, swimming is looked at as an individual sport often because it's your individual race. However, Noah has been teaching me about leadership.
Awesome.
I mean, I am a third year, so it goes on and off the pool, like whether we're on the pool deck or not. But the whole motivation aspect always isn't verbal.
Right.
It's being able to communicate.
Well, sometimes seeing somebody else put up a personal best time is motivation in itself as well.
Oh, absolutely. It's all based on the environment.
Cool.
I mean, I think that's something that we continue to try to work on regularly. It's something that we have to be better at, particularly as we bring more people in and really grow the program. You know, the only way to keep the positive track that we're on is to have, these two and everybody else not only motivating everybody, but really showing them, what we do, how we do things, being those leaders that they are more than capable of being.
Well, it's really basically setting up life skills for the kids, because you go out in your work, your professional career, you're hoping.
I'm going to bring you onto the pool deck, and I'm just going to have you.
I will motivate. I'll be your motivational speaker. But yeah, you're setting them up for your career, because in your career you want to be the leader, right? You don't want to be the person sitting there being told what's going on. You want to be the one telling people what's going on. So that's like Coach said. I mean, you're setting yourself up not only for success in the pool and out of the pool as a student, but also in your career as you move away from Tiffin University one day.
Yeah, I think that I've tried to hammer that pretty hard with these guys over the last 2 years, that the swimming is great and I love it, but in 5 years swimming's probably not going to be paying their bills.
No.
And if they don't take care of the academic side of stuff, if they don't take care of those relationships and learning how to deal with people, even if it's not the best situation for them, it's maybe somebody they don't get along with, for whatever reason, or they just disagree, figuring out how to work effectively with each other and still be able to communicate and get us to that end result that we want as a team, as a program. It doesn't matter if we can't do that stuff.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Coach. All right, let's talk. We mentioned post swimming for you guys. Why don't you guys tell us what your career plans are when you get done with your time here at Tiffin University?
He's going to be out in Cali with me.
All right. Is there room for more? Because it's a little cold around here in the winter. We'll ride along.
You can go first.
I know nothing's etched in stone yet, but if you could pick and choose what you wanted to do, what would it be?
I don't know. I guess this last 2 semesters I've really enjoyed all my marketing classes, so I'll probably end up doing something in marketing.
That's a good idea. 2 new marketing positions just opened up on campus here, just were created. So it's a pretty good path to follow. As marketers are needed in every aspect of business. That's for certain.
Yeah. But I mean, like you said, nothing's etched in stone. I'm not exactly sure what I'll do.
You never know what door is going to open, but it is good to have some kind of idea, some kind of game plan.
If Matt can open up his own coffee shop, then I'll be pretty happy.
I'll be your customer. I'm drinking my coffee right now. I can't live without it. All right, your turn. I know you're going back to California, I'm assuming from what you said, but
that's the goal.
What you going to do when you get back there?
Well, I intend on going to physical therapy school.
Cool.
Right.
Awesome.
Yes, so that's the goal, and hopefully
I'll keep you in athletics as one way or another, hopefully for the time after. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's why I do this. I used to be an athlete myself, but it wasn't paying it out, wasn't paying the bills. So I do this all the way I can still be a part of athletics, but in a different realm, just like you said. Yeah. All right. Anything else for these two, Coach?
I think that's good for now. I think we'll get the other two in here and let these two head out.
So go ahead and have your sigh of relief now. We're done. And I know you're just dying to get to the library and get studying for those finals. So before practice. So yeah, I know how you guys think. I know how you work. But we do want to appreciate you guys very much for coming on the program. Have yourself a safe and happy holiday. You know, you can spend some time with some loved ones, which is as good as anything. So come back recharged in January, ready to go, because I'm sure Coach is going to be ready for you to work you back into shape. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Have a great holiday, and we'll catch you guys in January.
Thank you.
Awesome, thank you. Well, Coach, there's two of your four student athletes, and kind of a goofy time of year for you. I mean, talk about the Christmas break, what it means, because you have kids who, you know, you need them to come back in shape, and they're going to, it's meal city when you go home. It's just like the Thanksgiving break, but Christmas is much the same. But talk about, you know, the Christmas, the break, the holiday break, and what that means for your student athletes.
Yeah. So for us, you know, I'm going to keep them here through the 17th.
Okay.
So they're actually going to be, you know, training and kind of, you know, having, let's say, a normal schedule. At least I hope a normal schedule.
Well, it gives you like a week of just concentration on swimming.
Right. Yeah. And this week, while they've got finals and everything, you know, we're still going, you know, pretty much normal workload with everything. So next week will be really good. Then they'll get a break from the 17th through the 27th, where I really hope that they are training on their own. But then we'll start back up here on the 27th, and we've got you know, a couple weeks there then before school starts, where we'll really get into some good work.
Awesome. Well, you got two more student athletes in here, Coach. Why don't you introduce these two to us?
Yep. So I'll go over to the far end there. That's ANASTASIIA KVITCHENKO.
Good job.
Yeah.
That was close. That was close.
And then YGOR ZANARDO, who's been in here before.
Yep, I recognize you. How are you? Thank you guys for coming into the studio today and be a part of our Tiffin University Swimming and Diving Chat program. Let's talk, first of all, why don't you guys both just introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about the path that brought you to Tiffin University, what year you are here, and what you're studying.
You can start, the ladies first.
I'm Nastya. I'm from Ukraine, and I've been a long time in the swimming for like 10 or 11 years from now. And I actually didn't found Tiffin. The Tiffin kind of found me.
Okay.
I was talking to my previous coach, Rita Kalmikova, for a while, and she helped me through the whole process to get into Tiffin. She saw like my results from my nationals, and she kind of persuaded me that Tiffin is like perfect place for me to train and study. So I'm perfectly agree with her.
Oh, good.
And
what are you studying here?
I majored in finance.
Okay. Awesome. Good stuff. And you?
Well, I started swimming. Not as I haven't been swimming as long as her. I started swimming seriously in 2009. Then I was improving my times, and then I saw some friends of mine coming to the U.S. also for swimming, getting scholarships, and I said, wow, maybe I'm capable of doing that as well.
Right.
And then I started doing the exams, SAT, TOEFL, and through this third-party company that helped me out to find schools, I found Tiffin University, and Rita, which was the coach before, she was talking to me saying that it was going to be a great opportunity. As the program is only 3 years old, I would say like I'm kind of the first generation of the team, and I felt that would be a great opportunity for me, not only as an athlete, as a person, plus you got academics and seems like some good programs, plus the cultural diversity here that is amazing. It was just a whole package, and it's been great.
What are you studying here?
International business and minor in finance.
Excellent. Well, welcome to the program, guys. Coach, talk a little bit about these two student athletes.
I think I'm actually going to let them kind of do the talking. Yeah, Nastya loves this.
You're the America. You should be speaking more.
We're, as you mentioned, the diversity.
Yes.
So yes, equal mic time for everyone.
We want to hear from you guys. So actually, you know, talk a little bit about your year so far. You know, how your class is going. What are you guys doing for finals? That stuff first.
You can start, Nastya.
Well, the school has always been like something that was pretty easy for me. So I guess.
One of the few. Congratulations.
But I mean, I majored in finance because like I feel it's my field. That's why I don't really have like, you know, I'm completely stressing out. Oh, you know, I have to study like for like days to get like through my A's, but it wasn't like that hard. I mean, like, yeah, I still spent a lot of time to through out the materials, but basically I help a lot of my teammates in the team.
But you knew what you wanted to study before you even got here, which is a big step ahead.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Yeah.
before I came here, I was like, you know what, math is my thing, so I might just choose whatever business gives me, so
Right.
it was just the right choice.
And what's your GPA, Nastia?
For now, I think it's 3.92, I would say.
So a little bit of room for improvement left
yeah.
there.
We're not perfect yet.
Yeah, pretty darn close though.
Oh, come on. When I came here, I didn't speak English for 2 months. So
And you
like,
sound great now, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, well, let's go over to you, Igor. You know, how have your exams been? What classes? How have classes been?
Yeah, well, my semester, in the beginning, I started really hard, a lot of assignments, and I said, wow, like senior year, that's probably why it's so hard. And then, thankfully, things were getting a little bit easier throughout the semester.
Kind of found your groove there after a bit, right?
Yeah, it just takes a while after the summer break coming and having so many assignments. It's just not the best thing, not the best way to start the semester. But then I managed to do all those things, and now I had one final yesterday, a presentation 2 days ago, and both of them were I did well, and tomorrow I have 3 exams, and one of them is with her for economics, and it's just been good. But unfortunately, I wasn't like her. I came here as a CIS major at first, but then when I had the chance to have one of the major classes, in 2 weeks I was just there, and I couldn't understand a single thing.
Time to make a change.
Yeah, I saw people 10 steps ahead of me, and I said, wow, this is just my first class, and people already know so many more things than I do. So I decided to change to international business and focusing on finance, which is something I always like. I like working with numbers.
Felt like that's a good change, I'm sure.
Yeah, and it's been working well too.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So what's your GPA?
Cumulative is 3.89.
Well, she's hammering you.
Yeah.
She's just hammering you.
You know, this is,
She's only a junior.
Oh, that's why. Yeah. Oh, okay.
yeah.
Everybody will play the angle to fit themselves, won't they?
Of course, you know, she's just a junior.
Yeah.
So, well, let's talk about how you guys did at the Eastern Invite this past weekend.
Well, I definitely showed the best times for current season, but it's definitely not my best time. So in my all swimming career, I'm still trying to analyze what I did wrong during the meet, and put all work in the pool to get like on the conference to get my maximum and get my best results. But overall, it was nice to see all people that I competed with, like for 3rd year now. And I think it was kind of surprised to see some like new times from from different teams. There's like great improvement, and I'm happy for my teammates who made their absolutely best results and this past weekend. And I don't know, I will keep working.
And Coach, when you had the other two and we were talking about things that motivate you, whether it's seeing your other teammates with putting up great times, but I didn't think about the angle she just spoke of, people you compete against.
Yeah.
And you see them on a regular basis and you see their times improving and you start, I need to get myself a little bit more work in the pool here.
Yeah, and I think, Nastia absolutely loves to compete. I mean, she does not like to lose, and she masks that a good bit, but she really does not want to lose. So for her, I know she's not thrilled with how she swam. I know, at least I hope she's okay with how she swam, knowing that we're going to be a lot better moving forward. But, I think that's one of the reasons why I really like being at that meet. It gives you a whole bunch of different levels to watch at and say, well, why was this person better? Or, why is that person so good?
And your turn to talk about the meet now, young man.
Well, this meet, the meet this weekend was pretty good to me. Out of all of the meet seasons meet that we call this invite, this was my best one, and I was really happy with my times because it's kind of, in my case, it's kind of different. Usually when we swim dual meets, I'm just extremely tired. I'm dead tired, and my times most times are not as fast as I want to because I'm really tired, but I usually don't understand that. And my coach is always talking to me about it.
Right.
And even though we barely got any rest for this meet, which was in the water, we got 2 days with lower amount of work. I was able to go my season best for all my races, and mainly the 50 and the 100 free. Those were great times, really close to my personal best, even though I wasn't shaved or I wasn't tapered. And only the 200 was a little bit off. It wasn't as fast as I wanted, but it was something along the pace that we haven't worked a lot on yet. We worked mostly on the second 100 part, and we need to get more sprint work done. But I was talking to Noah, and that was part of the plan in the first semester, working more the base work, getting you the aerobic type of work, so you can come back in the second 100. And now we're gonna focus more on the sprint work, so you can get the speed going and just do faster time. So I'm excited and looking forward to the conference.
Yeah. I think that's what we've kind of talked about a lot over the last couple of weeks, really, is taking this meet, knowing that we're what we've done here, accepting the times for what they are, and then knowing that we've still got a lot of work to do to get where we want to be, and we've we're at the tail end of one type of work, and then pretty much next week it flips, and we do more of that speed work, which I know YGOR loves a lot. Nastia maybe a little less so.
One nodding, one shaking her head. That's funny.
But I mean, at the same time, she also knows that that's what she needs, though, as well. Her back half is generally pretty good. It really is depends on whether she gets out, kind of quick enough to hold that time, to hold those paces. So that's pretty much where I think we're at. And again, we know what we have to do, and I think this past weekend really showed, hey, we're on the right path.
Now, how will you guys handle the holiday break that's coming up here on campus for the students? As you being international students, will you stay here? How will that work for you guys?
Do you mean the Thanksgiving break?
No, after right now, coming up here right now, yeah.
I will stay here. A friend of mine is coming to visit me.
Oh, excellent! That's really cool.
Yeah, so we're gonna spend some time together, and then I may go to one of my teammates' house, which is also friends with this friend that is coming.
Neat.
To James' house. I don't think he's been here, but he's one of my closest friends on the team, but we're still working on that. It's not a certain thing, but
you're going to get to see one of your good friends that you don't see very often, which is excellent.
Yeah, I'm really happy with that.
Okay, how about you?
Well, I will say the first week, the next week here practicing with all team, and then I'm planning on leaving for 2 weeks and going to Washington State. So yeah, I'm gonna practice there by myself. I already kind of made my program, kind of mixing my previous experience from Ukraine and whatever I got from here. So
you'll get some ocean swimming in out there. Get some ocean swimming in out in Washington?
No. I hate cold water, so no open water.
Oh, wow. Well, excellent. It sounds like you guys both have some awesome plans over the break, which is always nice. I always wonder about we have so many international students here, and I feel bad for some of them sometimes. Everybody's doing their thing, and then, can't really just go everywhere all the time. So it's awesome you guys have some cool plans for yourselves.
Yeah, so good.
Anything else, Coach?
No, I think that's pretty much it, Russ. We're gonna get ready to head over to practice right now, actually, and start doing some of that.
You said practice, and he smiled.
Yes.
You must be doing something right, Coach, because it usually doesn't work that way.
No, usually the smile means that the practice is gonna be extremely hard.
I got you.
Practice is always hard, no matter what it is.
Well, guys, thank you guys so much for coming in here and talking to us. Continued success. Great job last weekend. And enjoy your break, and then come back ready to work hard after January. And as you guys work your really work yourselves into the heart of your schedule coming up after the break. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Continued success, and have yourself a great break, and continued success with your studies as well. Sounds like a nice battle here between the junior and the senior with the GPA. We'll see if she catches up with you by the time she's done here. I got a feeling she might, so you better do well next semester.
Actually, she's ahead of me as of right now.
Oh yeah, you need a good semester. You need a good semester coming up next semester, young man. Well, Coach, thank you so much for coming in. It'll probably be the last time we'll talk this year. I imagine we'll get back at it
in January
after the first of the year. So best wishes to you and yours for the holiday season as well. And like we said, thank you guys so much. We'll do it again come 2017.
All right, thanks, Ross. You too.
All right, thank you, Coach Noah Moran. Thanks to our student athletes. This has been Tiffin University. You're welcome, sir. This has been Tiffin University Swimming and Diving Chat on your home for Tiffin University Athletics. That's TU Dragon Radio, WTUD.